Hey everybody, what's going on? It is Mike Lowe. We are playing our Madden Connected franchise mode here as we, of course, patiently wait, like everyone else, the updated scouting that is not out yet as of the time of this recording. I've been telling people from day one just be really, really patient and also try to keep your expectations realistic. And it's not because it's Electronic Arts or anything like that. I mean, maybe part of it, but any time there's new software coming out, anything like that, I mean, there's very, very buggy things that can happen, and so. Madden is no exception to that sort of thing. So again, we're patiently waiting that, hoping to see it. But what we're hoping to see right now, of course, is week 9 of our connected franchise mode here, which is I guess our test league. But also, I mean, who knows, right? You just don't know, and that's what I've been trying to tell people. Is like really treat it like it's the only one we're going to have because hey, we don't know if and when it's coming. It probably is, but we don't know when. And two, we just don't know if it's going to work very well or if we'll even like it. I mean, right now I don't love the scouting, but like it works. At least it creates some, I don't know, something, right? It keeps the league kind of moving. So, but we are playing. Unfortunately, this would have been a really, really fun contest. Geese, who's been in our league at least the last year or so, he's been our Giants user when I was the Cowboys, and we had some just epic games. I mean, just scoring every single possession, back and forth, back and forth. It's probably not going to be that case because I'll be playing the CPU here, which is kind of like playing a game of Demon Souls in this league. One of the final bosses or something. I mean, they're hard. I made it pretty tough. Mostly so guys, you can still win if you play really, really well. But it's really mostly for just to prevent stat padding and that kind of thing. Guys just going in there and just blasting deep balls all game and trying to rack up stats. So that's part of it. Guys have won. Plenty of guys have won. I think I've only beaten the CPU like once, and it hasn't been in this league. So, but anyway, that's where we're going. We're gonna be jumping in playing because we do advance soon here. So I want to get this game started. But it will be the Las Vegas Raiders at the CPU-controlled Geese Giants, I guess we'll call them. But we're ready to go. Got my training done here. It's always weird to kind of set up training when you're playing a guy who had to be on just kind of autopilot for weeks. Got some family in town. And it's always tricky because what are you scouting, right? You're looking at like just giving you feedback on how he plays, not how the CPU plays. So I don't know. I'm going with just like run, like just kind of we're gonna try to stop the short pass. Which seems to be the computer's kind of their favorite go-to. And then we're just gonna try and just establish the run. It's a stupid cliche that honestly doesn't really even pan out in the NFL anymore. It's just kind of something people like to say, but I think for this game, they have a pretty good secondary. I do think we can run outside against these guys. I don't like the game plan for it, just because I don't like to just spam it too much, so I think that will be there, but we're going to kind of game plan up the middle so that we hopefully have some good options running the ball. We'll see. And if something opens up deep, I'll take shots. I like going deep. But man, against CPU, it's got to be there, you know? Stay hydrated. It's still summer here in SoCal. It's damn hot out. Okay, let's go. I think there's any adjustments I need to do.
And I'm glad you brought up the numbers because sometimes
I would love to put this on aggressive. I don't have many receivers who have that. I think only Brown does. So
I think with these two teams, what you see is a pretty accurate representation of who they are.
All right, let's go for it. So they got Turf War, the away team fatigues faster. Okay. All right.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in week 9? Here's Dante Pettis on the return. And he'll get this just up past the 20, but a marker is down. Let's get the call. That holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he'll go down right on the edge.
I went with a pass predict on that. Just for some reason I thought they were going to pass on first down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And they'll get him down here at the 23. Now we've got a giant player here.
We're going to try and run the ball on offense. We're going to look for Waller on defense
and
and just
when we return to
try and stop the CPU from being ridiculous.
Throwing Jones. He's going to loft it deep right sideline.
That's what I want the CPU doing here.
Complete.
Daniel Jones not a great deep baller. The AI also not really great at throwing the deep ball.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
To throw once more on second and 10.
Yeah, totally Jones.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
Nice route.
He's got this almost to the
That's one of his X Factor, or whatever they're called, little traits or whatever.
So they give up the completion there.
Very effective pass route. Runner there.
Had some moments, but really a lot of ups and downs
Very
in
nice
the early
play.
part of his career. What's the plan against a guy like this?
Well, you want to rattle him first and foremost. Bring some people at him, a couple extra guys in the pocket, see if he can handle it. The second thing, you want to make him think. Show him one look, go to another, disguise a few things, make him throw into what you call your defensive traps, and try to make some good plays on the ball and get a few takeaways. Nice play right there to stop him behind the line.
I really don't trust playing the zone against the CPU. It's really hard to get pressure.
You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle it.
Jones in trouble here, and down he goes.
Good coverage sack.
Max Crosby able to record his 5th sack of the season. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Vinny Curry, the defensive end, got there off the edge.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board.
So again, game plan is run the ball, look for Waller because he's going to have some mismatches on Martinez at linebacker for them. I think Brown will have some mismatches on the outside too, but again, that's kind of like option 3 for what we're trying to do. And then of course Ruggs has always kind of been our back pocket of like something opens up deep. You know, there's a lot of plays I look at him first. If there's something there that looks good, if not, then you can kind of check it down. But so yeah, that's where we're at here.
A little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it.
And I'd like to keep him 3 receiver sets because when I do that, he puts his best corner in the slot, which should be lined up on run play. And so we can look and see that is the case. No, he's over there in Ruggs. So I'm sorry, he puts his second best corner. So that's going to create a big mismatch with Brown potential. That's kind of what my thinking is. So it's not going to matter if you can't run the ball at all.
Back at the 41. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Cover 2, I think it's zone. I should play his man.
On 2nd and 11 now. Carr. He finds his man complete. That's Jacobs. A good job defensively to hold that to 4
a little bit quicker, bud.
Now it's 3rd down. So Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath, maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
Dude, come on,
that's
man.
going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
The best advice I can give you in an online league or just playing Madden in general that you just don't see a lot of. Let's just play another down and 4 stuff.
Did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon,
CPU
but he
pretty much
was
always
there.
will run here.
Pinning him down at the 1 yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage, and pressure is going to be tough defensively.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now Jones. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
Nah, I should have taken that.
Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And that will come the offense as they take over. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss, as they did,
I want to try and run a little bit more to the right.
Is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out. Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find anything.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held him to no gain.
I tried to take the time. Damn it.
So that'll back them up 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
So let's see if we got our mismatch.
Card out a throw.
Nothing else comfortable with, so just check it down.
And he gets this only to the 41, not near enough.
Let's give you guys a look here again for those. Just looking for you. My first look, looking at that safety for Ruggs. He was back there. Who had single coverage on the safety? I probably could have thrown that, actually. I misread that corner was a man, so I thought that was cover 2 man. But it was not. So that would actually, I should have gone to Ruggs. And I had Brown possibly, especially because you can see that linebacker starts to come down to the running back underneath. But again, that might be because just the second I hit the button, of course, he reacts magically. Because you can see he's right in between those 2 guys, right? But to me, I'd rather throw underneath than try to throw over a linebacker in Madden. In hindsight, I kind of wish I went after the strong safety deep with Ruggs. But it's okay.
For the first.
Yeah, so they're in cover 2 zone there.
Sending out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
Oh, jeez. I thought he cared about that.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. Back on offense.
Oh, you know what? I forgot to set my...
5-3, their record at the halfway.
I'm curious to check something. So I'm going to back out of this game, but the beauty is we can resume it. Because I didn't set my game plan things, I just realized. And I wonder if... Oh, you know what? It's not going to let me. Yeah, because this can make me do that. Gosh darn it. I don't want to reset, so... Yeah, whatever. It's rare when I get them anyway, so.
Welcome back, everyone, to MetLife Stadium here in New Jersey. It's the Giants in control of the football as we get back to the action.
It'll show that I started the game twice, but obviously nothing crazy going on.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Andrew Thomas, former first-rounder from Georgia, called for the penalty there. After the penalty, they go with more. And finally brought down at the 43.
Caught switching players there.
For him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Relatively small sample size.
I still don't understand why Madden puts the advanced button, the skip scene button, as a play call button. It's just, they've done it for years.
Making sure that the blocking is
taken
care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. On 1st and 10, Jones to Barkley on the check down. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football. We're scoreless after 1. So 2nd and 4 from the 22. From the gun, Jones. Throw left side, taken in by Slayton. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down on the pickup of 5 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Jeez.
And he's got his man in stride.
Hard to cover him. They ate me up again.
Saquon Barkley with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. As his guys
but it doesn't feel unrealistic anymore.
Here this afternoon. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run out for the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Thomas. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. And they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. 3 yards the gain there, second down. So, Charles, you talk about this offense as we play here in Week 9 of the 2021 season. Normally, you're slipping kind of past the halfway point, but now with the season expanding to 17 games, you kind of think the teams might look up and say,
Waller's got a linebacker in single coverage.
No doubt about it. Remember, they've had their open week already, so this is going to be a straight shot all the way from here on out. To me, the best coaches, they tell their teams, hey, I'll take care of you during the week. You just leave it all out there on game day, and I'll make sure you're ready for the next one.
A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
It looked a little weird when I snapped the ball.
So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. And he'll take this one down to the 36.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Shotgun now for Carr. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion.
Some coverage. Brown or Waller should be open.
Carr now on first down. He's going to go up top for the end zone.
Oh.
And it's incomplete.
Okay, we're throwing at Peppers a little bit.
That one was intended for John Brown. And that'll bring up second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Earlier.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Carr.
Jeez, Carr, come on, dude.
Incomplete. They were trying to go to Brown once again, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, it's Carr. And that nearly intercepted. Well, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he...
Look at that. I didn't have a ton of time, it felt like, to let that play develop. Yeah, I was going to say, I kind of felt like I had some pressure. And I saw some green around him. I was kind of hoping he would have caught it more at the number, like right there. He just didn't throw it hard enough. And normally I'm okay against single coverage, but that's not who I want going up against him. Is it Bradbury or whatever? That is not who I want one-on-one. Drake underneath, in real life, would have been open, but you know that corner would have magically, number 23, would have morphed over there on all Madden, so who knows.
Should have come up with.
I'm going to take 3 points.
Instead, it's 4th down. Rosa's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
Pettis now on the return. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Let's go, guys.
The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Back to throw. Jones. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Vinny Curry able to record his 5th sack of the season.
So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another, because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet.
Guys.
And that's really what we had here. That
3 dudes, no one blocks that.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though.
That's good stuff.
It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate.
They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more.
Safety on. We're going to go deep here.
Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Looking up.
Jeez, he ran the wrong route again.
Deep for Ruggs.
So that's my bad. He runs that option route, and he always does that post route. To me, it's like, dude, run at the safety. He's not good.
Anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes.
Damn.
But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And they will only muster a yard here to the 30. Raider here, slow to get up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
Keep trying to flood
the Raiders on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. Working from the gun, it's Carr.
Yeah, good dude. So then I get squeezed out of there.
But a nice play defensively, and now brings up 4th.
I want to look at that, because I did stare him down too long. I knew I didn't want to go to Ruggs there. I don't know. I was hoping he was going to... So I saw that space over him, and I tried to put it like more towards the 50, or like deep for him. It's hard to put the right touch, like what your mind's telling you to do. Because, I mean, again, if he just kind of puts that... I wanted him to throw it like up, up here-ish. And just kind of let him run underneath it. Because, I mean, Ruggs ran that guy off deep and tons of space. But
here's the Raiders punter now, as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy.
I guess I'm running cover 3 cloud.
You know who else is going to be happy?
Cool.
His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. A pass there over the middle to start things out. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. the shotgun. They run with Barkley. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. 63 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Running again with Barkley on second down.
Call it a gain of 4.
5 yards, he just
Sets up a
falls
big
forward.
play here, 3rd and a yard.
On any running play that's called, they're
Don't get
always hoping that's going to break big and go the distance.
I haven't been getting that today, and that's been the game plan. We
You do
just
so many
it's just not
things
there.
anyway. You
You
can
can't run the ball right now.
essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. From the gun on 3rd down, Jones.
That's good. That's what I want.
Go for it all.
Or not.
And then he's got him. It's Tony
Well,
for a giant touchdown. Kadarius Toney, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants add on to their lead.
Coverage wasn't bad.
A show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's 3rd down. You're trying to get off the
I
field.
can put up points on users. The CPU, man,
And you give up a big
tough.
Thomas.
For the way we have it set up, which again, a lot of it is just kind of the balance for human versus human. So it does kind of bleed over into this, but
Time again
No,
to see Josh Jacobs
do.
and his Vegas offense operate.
He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a
I was
threat.
going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
dude,
Looking for
make a play on that
more
ball.
on
Man.
1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Play action. Now it's Carr.
He'll look downfield for Waller.
And I think that one might have been intercepted.
No idea why. Like, so if you look at one of the little X factor things, or I think the only one that Waller has is basically if you get single coverage on a guy, he'll just dominate him with aggressive throw. So like, why isn't this happening? This guy it's on their free safety. It might even be their backup free safety because that's not Peppers. And at best, the only aggressive thing he's doing is throwing him out of bounds to not have an interception. But like, dude, you're like a 90-something tight end. What are you doing? I don't know. I know that's not a new thing with Madden this year.
Incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw his Carr.
Wow.
That ball nearly
Where are you
intercepted.
throwing the ball, dude?
Oh, pick there.
I mean, when I make that throw, he's wide. I mean, he's wide open. He's wide open. And then it's just like this, like predicted. And I'm not like frustrated. I'm just trying to understand, like for the sliders and stuff. Like his back. Again, he runs out of his zone, so that's fine. He turns to see what's going on, but like it's like that omnipotent. Like there's no processing time between like, again, he lets him go out of his zone. I'm fine with that. Makes a quick cut, I guess that's fine. But like here, there should be like a moment of like delay, like a moment of confusion or something. And instead, it's just like, oh yeah, and then not only that, like it's like I'm throwing it to him. Like, yeah, it's just I don't know, man. It's just weird the way they did this game. And again, at the end of the day, it boils down to one thing. It's just built for head-to-head and muck. No matter, they could tell us that it's the sim settings and all this stuff, but
we'll call that a punt of 54.
Well, they got us out of our game plan a little bit. Keep calling plays. Don't want to call.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
On 2nd and 10, Jones throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Kadarius Toney, his intended target.
We need the ball back. We need to score. That's how I feel this half.
At the outset of this drive, they forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10.
I mean, we get the ball.
Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
I believe at
so
halftime.
Back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's a give to Barkley. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
It stops the clock too, right?
So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties. And they wisely
our offense
did
is
not
so
take
bad.
that one and made it 4th down.
35 yards that time on the punt. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Carr now on 1st down. Flush to his right. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Carr defers to Jacobs on the draw. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts.
Definitely what we want.
As they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
I guess we'll just keep that play. Oh, man.
From the 36, Carr. And it's incomplete. The intended receiver there, Kenyon Drake. And it's 3rd and short.
And that's a nice job there, because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Carr, a handoff here to Drake. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains. On 1st and 10, here's Carr.
God, the break is ridiculous. The break is ridiculous by the CPU on all Madden. Like, he's wide open when I throw this. I'm sitting here just waiting for him to just make his break. He is wide open. That is wide open in the NFL. I mean, like, run back to the ball, something. The fact that that's even close, that's just bonkers, man. This is bonkers.
Fortunate to retain possession there, and it's second down.
Oh, man, it's just silly. So I'm going to look for Waller on this post.
After the incomplete pass brings him up.
But it's probably going to have that corner in cover 3, is looking like. Which means Brown will have single coverage. But he doesn't have a great matchup. Let's see how it goes here.
Throwing now is Carr.
Oh, that's not good.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Now the Raiders going to burn their third.
Let me see what happened here. Oh, yeah, just a blitz I didn't pick up. I don't know what. I mean, our right tackle just... Yeah, it's hard to let anything develop. It is hard to let anything develop when your right tackle doesn't block.
And final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Oh, I gotta hurry up here. Whatever, just gonna run people.
So now Carr and the Raiders dealt a 3rd and long after that sack. To throw, it's Carr. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Terrible.
He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right, and this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss at this stage of the second quarter. You give
a lot of Madden isn't happening.
It gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big, and we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. On 2nd down, Barkley. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory.
That's home cooking right there is running that clock.
1 second remaining in the first half. They'll call the timeout. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. So we are at halftime here on Halloween. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Really bad.
Okay, Brandon, make sure you avoid the crazies out there and welcome in everybody.
We've thrown 19 times and we passed 7. That's not the game plan at all. So they've kind of forced us out of our game plan.
An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3.
Offensive focus. Run inside, hopefully. And continue to defend the short pass.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this 3rd quarter of action. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
The Raider offense ready to go here to start the 3rd quarter. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
James Bradbury there to make the tackle. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Once again, it's Jacobs. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Yeah, we did.
It's tough time to get them established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Carr going to throw. That's caught by Waller out left side. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A sizable 16-yard chunk there.
Such a
the drive
predictable
continues.
first down.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation, and sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10, and he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down, 2nd and right at a yard.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
2nd down, Jacobs once more.
And there's a typical run by Josh Jacobs, one where as a defender, you have to make a decision about how you approach him because he's awfully physical with the ball in his hands. 12 touchdowns on the ground last year after 7 as a rookie, and he was a 1,000-yard rusher in each of his first 2 seasons. Wouldn't surprise me with enough touches, he can easily crack the 1,500-yard mark.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now Carr. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. He finds his man complete. It's Jacobs. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
Missed that one too.
That is inches from the upright. It's no good. Wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the 2nd miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Stop made there by Gerald McCoy.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley.
Just killing our linebackers, man.
Midfield inside the 45.
I even tried to shadow him a little bit, knowing he's got some trouble.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Throwing Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 10 yards, good for a giant first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Another try after the first down sack. Jones.
I was going to pick the CPU there. I thought he was going outside.
You definitely would like to have hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Jones. Open man right side is Ingram. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Gano's kick is good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3.
So the lead extended. I think at this point you say, hey, defense, take us to the end.
Well, if I got some good music to put to that, I could have a good country hit. I like the way you expressed yourself there. I think the offense has done enough so far. But like you say, if your defense is only giving up 3 points, it makes it a lot easier to settle for field goals on this side of the ball.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field.
And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Running for the shotgun with Drake. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Let's go. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
This will go for 5 up to the 33.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you've got to come hard when you see him drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher with the ball, and it turns into a good play.
Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. And that is
I really don't like how the CPU games play.
We'll return with more.
I don't hate it. I just...
You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
Here's Jones from the gun on third down. Looking for Shepard deep. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Jones finding Tony for a Giants first down.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
That's so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times, just that first read that you have, maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On second down now, Barkley. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Now Jones to throw on third down.
Unreal. One-handed catch.
With one hand. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be fourth down.
Oh, it is fourth down. They're going fourth down. Interesting call. I'm going to definitely sell the fuck out here. They pass it in front.
They'll run for it with Barkley. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some
inches
and ended up losing yardage. Saquon Barkley denied on
so much for my game
down.
plan.
And the Raider D, they get the football back. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
Some teams
Reds might be open here if I get time.
They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, listen, go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Card out a throw. And a coverage terrific there.
Seriously ridiculous.
Down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown Raiders. Henry Ruggs, his 5th
Single
touchdown
coverage.
Now on the year.
I will throw it.
And the Raiders
He's got to
have
step
made
on a
it a
guy.
run.
So just kind of show you what I was seeing there. It was not my first read at all. But I saw that safety crash. Safety came down, and I start right there. I was just like, well, he's in line with them. And I know if I put it deep enough, he's going to get underneath it.
Score game again here in the 4th.
Wow.
And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point.
What am I doing today,
and
man?
Our score stays right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
At least we know we're trying
and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The possession switching back to the New York Giants. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll run it again with Barkley. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. On 3rd down, Barkley. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 141 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Giants look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Oh, hey, Steve, I didn't see your check there.
Gano now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 15.
Again, I don't feel like this game is terribly unrealistic. I do think the CPU breaks too much on the ball, and I think that's going to change in the ranking. But those sliders are weird. They don't exactly work like how you might think exactly. Like what they say and what they do aren't always exact.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard
Figures
line.
the 1 week I don't game plan for like no turnovers is like the 1 week. Knock on wood.
The Raiders offense coming back out onto the field, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like
not
now
really
on the
racking up
sideline,
stats, but also just kind of. No, I'm going to call that same. Basically the same play. See if it opens up again.
Than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On 1st down, Carr.
Jeez, man, nobody was
from the pressure here. Carr taken down.
Oh, right, the icon. Okay, I was going to say, I was waiting for my check down. Oh, but he stayed in the block. So Drake on the left-hand side there, kind of had a release route, and he never had a chance to release. Because I was looking, I knew his release route would have been like over here on the hash, kind of, which I'm sure would have just been defended by this dude. But, yeah, there was nothing there. I was comfortable throwing. We did have single coverage again. But again, he didn't have that step, right? That's the difference. And then this is way too much traffic on the left. Over here is way too tight. So.
Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time.
Let's see if Renfro can run off that corner. And Ruggs might have safety over the top. If not, a ski wall underneath, probably.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Carr, he'll let this go deep for Ruggs.
Got it.
Got his man complete.
So that wasn't as open, but with the situation in the game as it was, I mean,
there's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season.
Renfro
He's
here.
been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Renfro should be open.
Carr completes it. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Yeah,
Good yardage.
just calling plays at this point. Let's go.
Look at the scoreboard. They do understand.
That's that man. Waller will be open here.
They're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible. Try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but
Brown
still an
here,
effective
probably?
gain nonetheless.
Brown or Drake?
Throwing again on second down. Carr.
And this goes out wide for Drake. And the Raiders are going to have a first and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
4 yards on the play, and that leads to the first and goal. On first and goal, Drake trying to run inside, but nothing there. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. On play action, now Carr. He dumps it off to Drake. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about
way
the
too much
1-yard
time.
line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Somebody should be open on the left here.
Carr now on third and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders.
If you see that and you're playing head-to-head against somebody, take a timeout.
Fourth quarter touchdowns. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that
What are we
deficit.
down by now? I kind of have to go for
So
2,
this
right?
now a 9-point difference. You figure the
Might
book
as
here
well.
says kick the extra point, make it a 1-score game.
Now, you and I have seen coaches get overly aggressive in this spot, but I agree with you. Kick it here and get back within a score.
And now the Raiders will face an important 2-point conversion attempt here. Carr will look to throw. And he'll get in as they're back within a score now. The lead's down to 7. And that almost makes it a brand new ball game.
I'm
Now
gonna
it's a
kick it. I just
1-score
looked the
affair
point.
after they get the 2.
And you have to know they were
Unless I
holding their
kick
breath
this
on the
never work
2-point
here.
play because they had to have it to get it within the
But my
range
kick
that you
is
just
brutal,
talked
man.
about. Dialed up their 2-point play. It worked. Now they're feeling like they've got a shot at this one.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard
Oh,
line.
Saquon
all right, well.
Barkley and the Giants offense set to kick off their next drive. He has a chance to hit that often elusive 200-yard mark on this drive.
And most of the time during a game, people aren't keeping track of individual statistics.
Are you sure?
Well, a lot of the runners kind
Please
of know.
do that.
But I'll guarantee you someone has sent word
Let's take
into
this
the
a
offensive
timeout.
line that he's got a chance to get over 200.
I like the aggressiveness. I don't mind. I don't think that's like, oh, the game's broken. Teams do that all the time.
Break that barrier.
Absolutely.
Cool
See if
with
he
that.
can do it.
2nd and 10.
Especially when they don't complete it. Damn. Going for it again.
Throwing again. Jones.
Damn. Oh my god, I thought he was going to pick it.
Incomplete. The intended target.
What are they
Saquon
doing, though? They're
Barkley.
going for the
And
kill,
it's
man.
third down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek.
No,
to the opposite
look at
side.
that.
And all of a sudden, you got
These breaks, man.
Now after the completion.
That is ridiculous. Look at this break. I mean, come on, man. Who is that? Come on, dude. And I even had passive defense. I mean, look at how much separation he gets from when that ball's thrown. I mean, who's 38? Oh, he's one of my linebackers. So like, I'm not terribly upset with that. I know it's not. That's my nickelback, who's actually rated higher than I'm sorry, it's my dimeback. He's rated higher. That, I mean, okay, that happens in the NFL. Don't get me wrong, but like, come on. It's seriously so broke, man.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife
Hey,
Stadium.
we got a free timeout again, though. So we still got a shot. But look at them just throwing this ball. Like, what are they doing?
We're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Goes out of bounds. Okay, now I'm starting to think, yeah, it's just not very bright. But it's working. So, I mean, I can't really knock it.
Run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
You guys would be like sending me messages if someone was doing this in an online league.
It's another first down.
It's like they're completely unaware of like what down it is, or it just doesn't. Maybe this is the trigger now, right? So the code now triggers like, oh yeah, 2 minutes, we're winning. Whatever, man.
So it's Giants football
it worked.
Here as we welcome you back. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the draw, this is Barkley. And a short gain down to about the 33. Right now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Again, it's Barkley. And he's got this down almost to the 20.
A little too much stripping, guys. But at this point, it's our only chance. So. Yeah, the game's over and they're just gonna kneel.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Steve says, I found the user versus user gas reds to be very fun. All of them for me anyway. I think the sliders are set for that. Yeah. Oh yeah. Like I said, it's kind of the slider sets don't talk to each other, right? I mean, it doesn't really understand. It doesn't change anything when you're playing a user or playing like it uses the same sliders, right? And if it was just like say like you and a buddy, well then you could change them based. You could change them based on the who you're playing, right? It'd be a real bit like with this many guys all playing at different times. I mean, it's just impossible. Their clock management is just bizarre. Again, not a focus for much, right? You don't need clock management in AI because it's user versus user. It's up to them.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter
whether it's a false start. So again, like in real life, a team would never come out in this formation, right? They false start. Oh my God, they did snap it, and I had a chance to block it. I didn't even touch my controller, and that just happened. You know how scrubby that was that they just did that? And I had a chance to block, but I didn't have my hand on the controller. This game, man, it's just bizarre. I don't hate it like everybody else, but I mean,
an absolute rarity when we watch games now.
I would have so many messages right now if people were watching this game and like this was actual like Beast playing or somebody else. They'd be like, "Whoa, he's playing like a scrub. He just kicked a field goal." I mean, I'd be pissed if someone kicked a field goal. I wonder if I can see the replay still. It's seriously hilarious. Every week I pick, don't turn the ball over, don't turn the ball over. And the 1 week we do is the week I forget to set my goals. I can't show the replay. So, this is just a dumb game. 269 yards of offense is ridiculous. Definitely gonna make some changes here. We'll get the advance going in a minute, guys. They were pretty good on third down, especially that last drive. Player stats. I mean, Carr didn't play terrible. His career, that's right around his career rating, so that's pretty low for him. But again, we were chucking the ball. That's not his game. Chucking the ball deep isn't his game. So again, these stats aren't terrible. Like, this is fine. Like, I have no problem with this. None of this. I mean, I have a problem with it's impossible to intercept the. They will never turn the ball over, it seems, when you're on home Madden. I mean, that's obviously gonna be a problem. And again, those games happen, so that doesn't even bother me that much. We were running the ball okay. We just totally forced us out of our game plan a little bit. So, receiving for the Giants, Barkley. Yeah, I mean, he was just hard to keep an eye on. This is like such a user game, like throwing to the running backs and tight ends. It felt like I was playing a user kind of. It's funny. Waller, solid game. Ruggs had a really nice fourth quarter with a couple touchdowns. You guys better watch Ruggs when you're playing me, man. I'm telling you right now. Just watch him. Or maybe I'm just saying that to throw you off, too. Because I'll throw to Waller. Henry Renfrow is a star player who picks up 16 yards per catch whenever I do need to throw it to him. But John Brown, my number one receiver, wasn't on this list. So I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Just let the AI play me. And then they'll beat me. We were able to get pretty good pass rush. Or at least get sacks. There's sometimes a difference between sacks and pass rush. So again, this is not a terrible number here. This seems okay. It'd be nice if they would, like, again, if I would keep the interceptions at 50 in a CPU user game, but it will impact the user versus user games, right? So that's part of the reason why they never convert those. Now watch how many they're going to have. There's way too many. And some of those, like, I had a few bad throws for sure. But a lot of that's just ridiculous breaks on the ball. Ridiculous. And a lot of times those end up getting converted into interceptions. We didn't have those today. Just the 2 sacks. So, but yeah, I'm not thrilled with that. So I'm going to make some quick changes and we're going to get the advance going, guys. So just hang in there. I'm going to check to see if we have any games going. But I think mine was the last one. I think. Nope. Looks like there might have been one after me. I don't. Yeah, everyone must be done because the last game for my time zone was started. It was mine, 5:12, and then the one before that was 4. Yeah, it was almost 2 hours ago. So, and he actually said he's done. So, guys, I'll actually show you the updates we're gonna do live here. Let's get Max Crosby his update here. What do we want to do with Max? I mean, just keep working your game, man. What's your size here? 265. It's pretty lean at 6'5". Yeah, man. I mean, that's what I want you to do. Just keep doing your thing. Cool. All right, so that's done. I totally forgot to set my plan, so I got a whopping 2 points for that game. That sucks for my staff points. For all the like notifications and stuff they throw in your face in this game, it'd be nice if they like reminded you of like, hey, you didn't set that. That's okay. It's a test league, right? Hopefully. What am I doing? Franchise settings. We're going to go into gameplay sliders. We are making a couple adjustments. Actually, it might just be one adjustment. So let's see. This user interception. So when you're playing a CPU, this is where it's always tricky, right? Because you are the human versus the CPU. Human interceptions is still referring to your team. In a user league, though, it's going to refer to both. Whereas, like, this one kind of gets ignored in a user-to-user game. Anyway, that's not what I'm looking to change right now. What I am looking to change, though... God, it's already down at 10. I'm just going to put it down. I'm going to put it down to 0 for a week and just see. I know some people talk about reverse sliders. I don't think that's what's happening. I don't think these are reversed or anything like that. I think pass coverage is fine. You saw Ruggs still get open. This is what I don't like to see. And we have it really low. And again, we could do something like try it on 90 or 50 even and see what it does. If anyone's in the chat, I'd be curious your thoughts on that. But back it up with some evidence, because I think right now we're just going to try this. And actually, let's just tap it. Let's do that. Interceptions for the user. I'm going to bump to 25. And that should just impact the CPU games, I hope. And see, our reaction time for our, it almost does seem like these are like flip-flopped a little bit. I tell you what, here's what we're going to try. let's leave this at 15 for this week. So actually, let me take a screenshot of these so I know what we had them at. So this was 75. We're going to put that down to 50, because if these are reversed, then we should see some interesting things. Pass reaction, we're going to bump up. Oops, this was at 10. Let me take a screenshot of that. We're going to put this to 50. So it's going to feel a little different, guys. I just don't know how. If you play the CPU this week, I'd be very curious to see. Okay. Let's try that. Because that alone might even increase the interception stuff. I just don't want to bump up the interceptions, though. Just a little bit. So 15 for the user. Fine with that there. Let's try that. I'll take a picture of that too. Okay. That's what we're going with this week. All right. So I got to do strikes, guys. Give me a second here. Actually, if you're curious to see how I do strikes, it's pretty straightforward stuff. So we're looking at the schedule. We go to the league schedule, and all I'm looking at is this. Whoops. So first thing, I'm just going to pull up our little chat here. Okay, so I checked the existing strikes right now. So Patriots have 2 strikes right now. They did play, so that's very easy. I can just go in. I'm going to just take them off our list. And we'll be advancing right after this, guys. I just like to get these done here first. So checking the Rams next. Okay, the Rams did not play. I don't know if that guy's ever played. That is 3 strikes for the Rams. Bears did play, so again, they are off the naughty list. Let's see, the Niners did not play. So, bye-bye, 49ers. Or did VZ, I feel like VZ messaged that he was gone or something. I don't remember for sure, but anyway, so now I'm checking our 1-strike team. So Titans did not play. I thought they were playing. Oh, sorry, that's right. Defan isn't Titans anymore. So Titans gets 1. They're up to 2 strikes. What are you guys doing, man? I mean, why are you in a league if you don't play? And like, don't be that dude that just like goes to league. It takes 5 seconds to message someone. It takes a lot longer for us to put the time in to set up these leagues and pay for server space and just different things we do for various leagues. So, come on, just be cool about it, guys. No one cares. Like, no one cares. We understand. Like, life gets in the way. I'm not expecting like you to like dedicate your life to Madden 22 by any means. I don't want to do that. I mean, hell, I'm going out of the country for a month next month, and I won't be playing. But I'm going to communicate it, right? That's the difference. Oops. So Falcons are up to 2 strikes. These will go a lot quicker here once I get these in. Okay. All right, so all right, let's look at so we got that game. Now I'm just looking at the zeros, right? And this is pretty easy. So Cleveland, we'll get a strike here, just 1. Bills times 1. Chiefs. Let's see. We did the Niners, the Cardinals. We're at 1. We got both those teams. Okay, so that should do it. Rams and 49ers booted? Let me just double check, because I do swear that one of those guys might have messaged me, and I just want to triple check here. Of course, now I can't find it. Actually, I think he might have just quit. Anyway, he's not playing, so it's not going to matter. And then Rams. The hell are the Rams? These divisions make like no sense. Alright, off you go. We got a couple new guys joining. Just wait, we're losing guys like left and right. And I don't know. I get it. It's like, oh, we're waiting for this. But guys, like, commitment's a big thing. It doesn't matter. Oh, alright. Well, it is time to advance. I'm bummed I didn't get any of my staff upgrades, but it's my own darn fault. Alright, we've advanced, guys. See you later.